Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai, Devaki Mataji ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So this morning we reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 4, entitled Sati Quits Her Body, and today's verse is number 7. So I will try to read word by word the Sanskrit, and you please repeat so we get a little bit little bit in ease with reading the Sanskrit verse. Tam agatam. This is beautiful, no? Tam agatam. Tam agatam. Tatra na kaschandriyad. Kaschandriyad. Vimanitam yagyakrito ba yaja naha. Janaha. Rite swasrir vam jananim cha sadaraha pramashru kantyaha parishava jur parishvasvajur muda. Now we can try line by line. If someone have like a good idea about the meter, it's welcome. Is it someone have some sense for which meter we will read that in? You want to try? Let us hear. This is fantastic. Can you do line by line now? Tamagatam tatrana kaschanadriyat. Vimanitam yagyakrito bhayajanaha. Rite swasrirva jananim cha sadaraha. Prema shukantya parishavachur muda. Try once more, please. Tam agatam tatrana kaschanadriyat. Vimanitam yagyakrito bhayajanaha. Rite swasrirve jananim cha sadaraha. Prema shrukantya parishavajur muda. Anyone else there? Tam agatam tatra na kaschanadriya. Vimanitam yagya krito bhayachanaha. Ritesha sirva jananim cha sadaraha. Premashrukantia parishava jurmuda. Tam agatam tatra na kaschanadriya. Vimanitam yagya krito bhayajanaha. Riteshva srirva jananim cha sadaraha. Prevashrukantia parishava jurmuda. Tam agatam tatra na kaschanadriyat. Vimanitam yagya krito bhayajanaha. Ritesva svirva jananim cha sadaraha. Premashrukantia parishava jurmuda. Thank you very much. Now we're gonna read the word by word translation, so you please repeat after me. Tam, her, sati. Agatam, having arrived. Tatra, there. Na, not. Kaschana, anyone. Adriyat, received. Vimanitam, not receiving respect. Yagyakritaha, of the performer of the sacrifice. Daksha. Bayat, from fear. Janaha, person. Rite, accept. Swashrihi, her own sisters. Why? Indeed. Jananim, mother. Cha, and. Sa adaraha, adaraha, with respect. Premashru kantyaha, whose throats were filled with tears of affection. Parisha svajuhu, embraced. Muda, with glad faces. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai ho. When Sati, with her followers, reached the arena, becomes because all the people assembled were afraid of Daksha, none of them received her well. No one welcomed her but her mother and sisters, who, with tears in their eyes and with glad faces, welcomed her and talked with her very pleasingly. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The mother and sisters of Sati could not follow the others who did not receive Sati very well. Due to natural affection, they immediately embraced her with the tears in their eyes and with loving feelings. This shows that women as a class are very soft-hearted. Their natural affection and love cannot be checked by artificial means. Although the men present were very learned brahmanas and demigods. They were afraid of their superior, Daksha. And because they knew that their welcoming Sati would displease him, although in their minds they want to receive her, they could not do so. Women are naturally soft-hearted, but men are sometimes very hard-hearted. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyanam Jana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militam Yana Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. I will read once more translation of verse 448. When Sati with her followers reached the arena, because all the people assembled were afraid of Daksha, none of them received her well. No one welcomed her but her mother and sisters, who, with tears in their eyes and with glad faces, welcomed her and talked with her very pleasingly. First, I want to thank all devotees assembled here for being here not only this morning, but being here every morning. So, for this important studying of King of all scriptures. Granta means a scripture, and Raj means a king. So Granta Raj, Srimad Bhagavatam. So, for me, it's very important that we do this together, because your presence and your realization help me to grow spiritually. So thank you for being here every morning. And Srimad Bhagavatam is our lighthouse in this stormy ocean of material existence. It helps us to see direction, how to get out of this mess we get ourselves in. So I would like to start first with this very last statement in a purport, when Srila Prabhupada says, women are naturally soft-hearted. Oops, what do you think about this statement? What does it mean to be soft-hearted? Yes, Gopi. Compassionate, forgiving, empathic, compassionate, forgiving, empathic. Easy to be hurted. Okay. So, what do you think are those qualities? Are they kind of supportive? Is it like welcoming qualities on the spiritual path, or they are disturbance? To be compassionate, is it a quality? Is it very welcome, isn't it? Actually, we're trying to be compassionate. Vaishnavas are compassionate, isn't it? Forgiving. Is this quality welcome? Oh yes, very much. We're really trying and working, at least me. I work on it, it's really hard, it's beautiful quality, isn't it? Empathic. Do we need to, as Vaishnavas, be empathic? Yeah? So is it to be soft-hearted, something welcoming, something supportive in our spiritual life? By the qualities which we kind of listed here, Actually, I would love to be soft-hearted, and I'm working on it. So it looks like the ladies have a little bit more, like kind of spontaneous. These qualities already there by their like female nature, and it means it's beautiful. And it said that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to make us cry, so our hearts become softened, so Krishna can reside comfortable in them. So and then this heart. So then it says, men. It say, but men are sometimes very hard-hearted. What that means? Harsh. Do we want to be harsh? Vaishnavas? No. We try to not to. Sometimes we have some glitches, but we try to not. Here we have an example of hard-heartedness. It say, although the men present were very learned Brahmana and demigods, so it means that was the elite of the universe there, no? So topmost sages, Brahmanas, and learned and the demigods even. They were afraid of their superior. So who was the brave in this situation? Who was the strong? The soft-hearted women, isn't it? And the hard-hearted men were afraid of their superior Daksha, and because they knew that their welcoming sati will displease him, although in their minds they wanted to receive her. Isn't it? So actually here it sounds like hard-hearted. It means to just don't follow the voice of your heart. Isn't it? It's you don't dare to like follow what you really feel to do. So like here the soft-heartedness, it's actually something very welcoming, and it's actually act of strength, not of weakness. Weak heart and soft heart, they are different categories. So that's a beautiful thing, and often we say the women, the ladies. For ladies, it's recommended to be protected, yeah, and it's like from a childhood we are protected by the parents, like father, brother, and then after, if we married, we have a husband who protects us, and like later on, if husband leave the body, there is a elderly son who can protect his mother. So I would like to hear as well what does it mean to be protected? What does it feel like to be protected? You feel safe. Is that nice feeling to be safe? I like to be safe very much. I like to be safe. Any other thought about what does it feel to be protected? Comforting, yes. So if you feel safe and if you are in a comfortable situation, it feels good, no? For me, it feels I can move, I can grow, I can express, isn't it? So, here we see Lord Shiva as ideal husband who gave his young wife Sati. He gave her protection. So she had a space to express. So if she expressed her desire, you know this about this very good system of called nonviolent communication. You heard about it? It's very good tool for improving our relationships, like group relationship, personal relationship, family relationship. So as I understood, the basic principle is to be able to express your need. So Sati is here very openly expressing her need. I would like to dress up and go to party of my father, yeah. And then Lord Shiva, as a good husband, tried to protect her, telling her, like, not good idea, you know, we are not invited, and you know we have a certain, like, you know, situation with your father, so. And like actually here in last verse of the chapter 3, this is a conversation, the talks between the Lord Shiva and Sati. Lord Shiva said to her as the last thing, he said, if in spite of this instruction you decide to go, neglecting my words, the future will not be good for you. So this sounds like instruction, not the order. And he giving her the space, saying, if you, in spite of my distraction, if you decide to go, so she have a space here to make her own decision. As our Gopi Gita Ji will say, she have a room for independent thinking. So she could decide, no? And she did, no? She did decide to go anyway. So we see that, like, this is very, very beginning of creation, this is Satya Yuga. And still the ladies were protected, but they as well were independent in their decisions. So she decided to go. He's almighty Mahadev. She could stop her anyway, you know. Like, he could do huge things, you know. But no, you decided, okay. And then next, his followers, yeah, which understood the mind of the master, they understood he don't want to stop her. Otherwise, they could stop her and say, come on, like, you know, your husband told you and you need to come back. No, they was kind of, okay, our master want to protect you in your decision to go. So she went, and she came in those. She came with this colorful followers of Lord Shiva into huge celestial arena with all VIPs of universe there, no? But then happened that they all were afraid, except of soft-hearted women who dare to express their heart voice, their heart call. So they welcome her. So kind of I thought, like, wow, this Lord Shiva is really nice person, you know, like he's like he fulfilled his husband's duty to instruct her, and on that way protect her, but he never like kind of tried to control her, and that's very different. To be controlled, it's very different than be protected, and that's what I hearing on the West, like that, Eastern ladies are controlled by their husband, or by the society, or by the system. But actually, originally here we see from beginning of creation, they're supposed to be protected. So, like, I was thinking, like, protected. When I feel protected, like Actually, my father is not anymore here, and my brother is not anymore here, and I am not married. So like, do I feel protected? So kind of, yes, I feel fine here. I feel protected by this community. And this protection like make me feel I can grow. I can express here myself. I can even make mistakes, and I'm still accepted. So that's a very nice feeling, and thank you for that. So I feel protected by like community I am in. As well, like I remember, like most of my life I lived in Holland, and actually Holland is a like region of Netherlands, but yes, I live in that region called Holland, and I like the social system there. I felt very protected by the social system there. Yeah, like it was supportive and not controlling. Even police was a kind, no? Police there, like I heard, they go for courses of non-violent thinking. Actually, they call it like positive thinking, actually positive thinking. They go for the courses of positive thinking. And in a like situation when they need to act, they use those skills. They don't carry guns. So, and they don't try to, like, in any situation they need to solve, they don't kind of try to act violently, because violence, like, breeds violence, no? So they are like trained to act non-opposite, no? Like bringing like kind of peaceful solution to the situation they are called in. So even with police I felt comfortable, because there was like, they could hear me, they could understand, and I like the sensitivity of government there. I would like to tell you one example when I felt, wow, this is great how they arranged this. It's very sensitive to the different ethnic groups and different faiths as well. No, one thing was that I could go in a sari whenever I need it. If I need to go to any official situation, I will go with a sari, in a sari, and they will treat me like anyone else. Like straight from the temple, I will go to my school, jump on my bicycle in a sari, like come in a school in a sari, and everyone was very cool about it. I didn't feel like something is different, and no one treat me as like something is unusual. No, then after I will go to shop, and after, whatever I did, I could do with my tilak and in my sari, and that as well was felt like I felt accepted and supported, like and protected by this kind of environment. And there was my friend. It's a Srila Prabhupada disciple. She was by age of 56. She was diagnosed by the cancer, and it was in a stage that they told her she has 3 till 6 months to go. She was very strong and big fighter, so she lived next 3 years. 3 years. So in those 3 years, she did a lot of big things, and being support to her family, and being support to the temple and our community as well. She opened a school, and so she did really like many things in those 3 years. But one morning we get a call. She left her body, and Muktidatri Mataji and me, we went there, and we find her in a bed in a fetus position. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam it's explained that after leaving, soul leaves the body gets some fluids like come out of the body, and it's exactly how it's happened. So Srimad Bhagavatam is perfect even in those details. So we wash her first, then we dress her sari, and we would put a tilak on her. in a moment we put a tilak, her face, like her whole body actually relaxed, and her face like kind of open in a smile. And that was like kind of, her daughters were there and we were there, and it was like kind of obvious, like, wow, like, wow, something is still there. She smiles, And then her daughters put the makeup on her. We put Radharani picture next to her, flowers and all that. But that day was a funeral of her mother-in-law. So actually that was a day when her husband's mother was cremated. So the whole family need to go for that function as well, no? It was a big, it was a strong thing for the family, no? So I need to stay there with her because family decided that they want to keep the body for the next 5 days in a house. So I Pralad Lakshmi Nishimha Bhagavan Ki Jai. I didn't know about that possibilities given by government, that you can that you can choose to keep your body of a departure relative up to 7 working days in a house. So I thought, wow, how nice of a government that they actually explore. They made research in a different ethnic groups, what they do for their departure and how long they need. So they made a law that everyone have a space to properly say goodbye to their, according to their tradition, say farewell to their departure relatives. So I thought, wow, this is nice. I'm happy I live in such a society. I feel protected, they think of how we like to do the things. Yes, and solution, I supposed to stay there in a house because the service was coming in, which put a metal plate under the body, and it's as thick, like body size, as thick a plate under the body, and they keep on the temperature like minus 17 degrees. So this is slow down the decomposure of the body. Yeah. And I stay in a house for the next few days. We read Bhagavad Gita to her. Then we sing bhajans and so we was kind of still feeling we can do something for her. And it was really, it felt good. It was really like a kind of yes, she's still here somewhere around and we're doing nice things for her. But somewhere today you could subtly feel the smell of decomposing the body, It was very subtle in the beginning, but was there. And you kind of don't dare to talk about it because actually this is my good friend and there's their mother and they were like wife and, but yes, kind of you start to realizing this is just 5 elements which they're rotating actually, So by 5th day was a relief that some service came and then took the body, and it was very clear to every one of us that this was not the person we used to love. The person is somewhere else. This is just body decomposing. But yes, for me that was example how the government laws, which actually kind of, they're supposed to be our arrangements and agreements how to live together and be supported by each other, no? They can feel as well I could feel protected by the government. But if the same government puts some laws which I feel is suppressing me or control me, so controlling is very different than protecting. If they put a law by which they try to control me, I will rebel. I will rebel. I will try to escape, like kind of try to find a way, detours. I will not follow that. I don't want to be like control. That's restrict me. I like to be I like to move according to my soft-heartedness. And the one sentence, like in those 3 years, my friend, she wrote a diary especially meant for her daughters, like that she can express her inner dialogues inner thoughts in those days. So one of the sentences from this diary was like, so we just need to see the situation. She was struggling, like going very rigid, treatments, undergoing very rigid treatments, and like there was a lot of pain. No? Actually, it was that sentence there, no. But the one of the sentences from her diary is like, my world is perfect because Krishna is in control. So that's a Vaishnavi. She had a full faith that whatever Krishna does, it's a perfect for all of us. I want a little bit glorify our Lord Shiva as a perfect husband and protector here. And like we see like in the Bhagavatam many stories about Lord Shiva and his greatness. And there is a few instances that he saved the universe from a universal catastrophe. Do you have idea? Can you recall any of those stories? I have two now, which they are really like a big time Shiva savior of the universe. Churning the ocean of milk. Yeah, so the churning the ocean of milk was when the demigods and the demons, who are the brothers actually, no? They have same father, just different mothers, Diti and Aditi, and who they are sisters by the way, so they are brothers technically, but they have a little bit like opposite points of view about what meaning of life is. So that's only situation when they cooperate, because they needed soma, amrita, the drink of immortality. And recipe was to churn the milk ocean. Like we churn the milk to get butter, yeah? So they need to churn the milk ocean to get soma. And they did, yeah? They united, and demigods on one side, demons on the other side, and they get to the hard work. And out of the journey came fantastic things. One, do you know some of the things came out of the churning the ocean of milk? One beautiful white horse, yes, and Indra's elephant carrier as well came out of this churning, and Goddess Lakshmi came out of this churning, and Lord Dhanvantara, the god of Ayurveda, the Vedic knowledge about the healing, came out. And Lord Dhanvantari, he cares in one hand, he carries the pot of soma, the nectar, And do you know what he carries in his other hand? No, not true. But poison is important in this story. You know, like where I heading to. Yeah. Poison is important. But other hand, he have a leech. Leech, it's the animal which you put on the body and they suck your blood. So this is a very important tool in Ayurveda. It's like one of Panchakarma. It means 5 treatments to purify the body. It's Rakta Moksha. So Rakta Moksha means cleaning the blood, purifying the blood. So the potency of like nature of a leech is that she sucks the impure blood only, and leaves the clean blood in. And as well, the newest research, they find that it's release some peptins, whatever they are. Peptins, whatever they are. I don't know if somebody know what it is, but it's something what is really very good for a human health. So leech have that as well, and she have a saliva which is kind of heal your skin after this procedure. So leech is very, very powerful healing, small worm. And till recent times, my mother remember when someone gets sick, they had a 1 pound, and they had a person who knew how to work with those leeches. So they will go there, pick up from one from the water and put on the place it's needed, and it was really beneficial to the human health. So yeah, it's still recently we had it, at least where I come from, they in Slavic tradition we have this tradition of healing with the leeches. So from this ocean, churning of the milk ocean, came Lord Dhanvantari as well. But now we wanna Shyam could tell us what else came out as a byproduct. Hala poison. So that it came a big amount of very strong toxic waste out of the churning the ocean. And what to do with that? Where to dispose that? It's gonna kind of destroy. It's gonna cause a massive environmental catastrophe in the universe whenever you put it. And also was a question what to do with this. And I'm sure Shyama couldn't know what they did with that as well. They come to Lord Shiva and said, save us. So Shiva, save us, what to do now, with this, poison, you are expert in dealing with, special situation and special, kind of entities, you must know what we have to do. And Lord Shiva, he sat down, he said, give me. And he swallowed it, and he swallowed it. But he just kept it in his throat. He didn't let it go down to affect the rest of the body. So this poison is still there in Lord Shiva throat, and from that time, Lord Shiva have a special name, which is Nila Kanta. So his throat get blue out of from this poison, no? And it turned blue, and Nila means blue. And Kanta, even in this shloka we have a Kanta. The word Kanta meaning the throat, and as well it's easy to remember because we're wearing the Kantimalas, so it's something. So Nila, blue throat, Nila Kanta is one of names of Lord Shiva. Shiva means auspicious. And there is one more. The almost universal environmental catastrophe, and Shiva kind of help us to solve the thing. That was when the Mother Ganga came down, like after the Lord Vamanadev with his second step, with his foot toe pierced all layers of the universe, which they are bigger. Each of them is bigger than the whole universe. Yeah, so it's a thick layers. He pierced them like with his second step, and then Viraj River, universal celestial water came in. So came in down to the universe, but it was with such a force that was danger that she will destroy, destroy everything in the universe. You know, it was such a powerful, big quantity of the water coming down, and everyone went to Shiva, 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 Shiva. You can save us. You only one who can save us. And Shiva again. Oh, no problem. He's sitting. He's position. He put his jata dreads. No, he just kind of make a top knot of his dreads and receive Ganges on his head. And from that time, Lord Shiva is depicted. You can see often he have this fountain on his top knot on his dreads. He had Ganges. So then Lord Shiva save us again. And there is his beautiful husband and beautiful yogi, and his beautiful poet as well. Actually, I have one poem which I want to read to you. It's a prayer in which Shiva show his very poetic qualities. And this is spoken by Lord Shiva to Parvati. And Parvati is our heroine Sati in her next life. In her actually next body. So Sati become Parvati, the daughter of Himalaya. So the song or a prayer is called Shri Shri Radha Kripa Kataksha Satvaraja. Anyone familiar with? You want it? Are you now? It's already. We can stop if you want, but if you like, I can read a little bit of it, so you can get a taste of Shiva's beautifully composed prayers for the merciful sidelong glances of Sri Radha. So I will read the Sanskrit just to hear this sweet composure of a Lord. Only Lord Shiva could do something so beautiful like this. It goes Munindra Vrindavandite Triloka Shoka Harini Prasanna Vakta Pankaje Nikunja Bhuvilasini Vrajendra Banunandini Vrajendra Sunusagate Kada Karishya Sihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam. Translation. O Goddess, worshipped by the kings of sages, O Goddess, who remove the suffering of the three worlds, O Goddess, whose face is a blossoming lotus, O Goddess, who enjoy pastimes in the forest, O daughter of Rishabhanu, O companion of a Raja's prince, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? Ashoka Vriksha Valari Vitani Mandipastite Pravalla Valla Pallava. This is these moments of Pravala Valla Pallava Prabhanu Rangi Komale Harabhayas Puratkare Prabhuta Sampadayate Kada Karishya Sihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam. O Goddess, staying in a vine cottage by an ashok tree, O Goddess, whose delicate feet are as splendid as red blossoms. O goddess, whose hand grants fearlessness, O abode of transcendental opulence, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? Ananga Ranga Mangalam. Again, this like kind of playing with the Sanskrit like Ananga Ranga Mangala Prasanga Bangurabruvam Savibramam Sasambramam Driganta Banu Patani Nirantaram Vashikrita Pratiti Nandanandane Kada Karishya Sihamam Kripaka Daksha Bhajanam. O goddess, who playfully shooting the arrows of your glances from the curved bows of your auspicious, amorous eyebrows, have completely subdued Nanda's son Krishna. When will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? Tadit Suvarna Champaka Pradipta Gora Vigrahe Mukha Prabha Parashta Koti Sharadenu Mandale Vichitra Chitra Sancharat Chakora Shavalochane Kadaka Rishya Sihamam Kripaka Taksha Bhajana. O goddess, whose form is as splendid as champaka flowers, gold and lightning. O goddess, whose face eclipses millions of autumn moons. O goddess, whose eyes are wonderful, restless young chakora birds. When will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? Madon Madati Yovane Pramoda Mana Mandite Priyanu Rangaranjite Kalavi Lasa Pandite Ananya Danya Kunja Raja Kama Keli Kovide Kadaka Rishya Sihamam Kripaka Taksha Bhajanam. O young girl, intoxicated with passion. O goddess, decorated with cheerful jealous anger. O goddess, who passionately love your beloved Krishna. O goddess, learned in a playful arts. O goddess, expert at enjoying amorous pastimes in the kingdom of the peerlessly opulent forest groves of Vrindavan. When will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? Ashesha Hava Bhava Dira Hira Hara Bhushita. You hear this, like how he like play with the words, like really waving this Ashesha Hava Bhava Dira Hira Hara Bhushita Prabhuta Shata Kumbha Kumbha Kumbhi Kumbha Sustani Prashasta Manda Hasya Churna Purna Sukya Sagare Kadaka Rishya Sihamam Kripaka Taksha Bhajanam. O goddess, decorated with a pearl necklace of bold, amorous hints. O goddess, as fair as gold. O goddess, whose breasts are great golden water pots. O ocean of happiness filled with the scented powders of gentle smiles. When will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? Mrinala vala valari taranga ranga dorlate la targa lasya lola nila lochana valokane la lallulan milan manoja mugda mohana shrite kadaka rishya sihamam kripaka taksha bhajanam. O goddess, whose arms are lotus stalks dancing on the waves. O goddess, whose dark eyes are dancing vines. O playful, beautiful, charming goddess, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? Suvarna Malikanchita Trireka Kantage Trisutra Mangali Guna Triratna Dipti Diti Salola Nila Kuntala Prasuna Gucha Gumpite Kadaka Rishya Sihamam Kripaka Taksha Bhajana. O goddess, who wear a golden necklace on the three-lined conch shell of your neck, O goddess, splendid with the 3 jasmine garlands and the 3 jeweled necklaces. O goddess, whose moving locks of her dark hair are decorated with bunches of flowers. When will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? Nitamba bimba lambamana pushpa mekala gune prashasta ratna kinkini kalapa madhya manjule karindra shunda dandika varoha subagoroke kadaka rishya sihamam kripaka taksha bhajanam. O goddess who wear a sash of flowers on your curved hips, O goddess charming with a sash of tinkling jeweled bells, O goddess whose beautiful thighs punish the regal elephant trunk, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? Aneka matra nanda manju nupurara vaskalat samaja raja hamsa vamsha nikvanati gorave vilola hema vala rividamba charu chakrame kadaka rishya sihamam kripaka taksha bhajanam. O goddess who anklets tinkling in a more beautiful than the sounds of many mantras and the cooling of many regal swans. O goddess whose graceful motions mock the moving golden vines, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? Ananta koti Vishnu loka namra padmajarchite himadrija pulomaja virinchaja varaprade apara siddhiridi dikta satpadangulinake kadaka rishya sihamam kripaka taksha bhajanam. O goddess worshipped by Brahma, O goddess to whom countless millions of Vaishnavas bow down, O goddess who give blessings to Parvati, Sachi and Saraswati, O goddess whose toenails are anointed with limitless opulence and mystic perfection, when will you cast your merciful sidelong glance upon me? Makeshwari, Kriyeshwari, Sadeshwari, Sureshwari, Triveda Bharatishwari, Pramana Shasaneshwari, Rameshwari, Kshameshwari, Pramoda Kananeshwari, Vrajeshwari, Vrajedipe, Shri Radhike Namostute. O Queen of Vedic sacrifices, O Queen of pious activities, O Queen of the material world, O Queen of demigods, O Queen of Vedic scholarship, O Queen of knowledge, O Queen of the goddesses of the fortune, O Queen of patience, O Queen of Vrindavan, the forest of happiness, O Queen of Raj, O Empress of Raj, O Sri Radhika, obeisances to you. That's the poetry of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, the best of poets, Ki Jai Ho. Thank you, dear devotees. Do you have anything to share, to ask, to add? Yes. Vedanta, Vedasara. Is it your name?
Yes.
Vedasara. It's such beautiful. It means the essence of all Vedas, no? Beautiful. Yeah.
My question is, what is a weak heart?
What is a weak heart?
Yeah.
I will say that this is the here, like weak heart. It means to don't dare to do, like what you. What it's mean for me? It's me. One of meaning might be that, like, you don't dare to follow your heart voice. And I see all devotees I see here, and all devotees I ever met, they are like really brave people, because to come to this path, especially from our backgrounds, it's take like lots of brave decisions. That brave decision for myself, no? Like, do I really wanna give my time, my energy to some set of rules which maybe they work, In the beginning it's like, What helped me is to see devotees who they are further in a path than me. So do I want to be like them? Oh yes, very much. No? So that helped me as well. But it's like to say to your friends, like, like actually, I like to be with those Hare Krishna, and maybe I'm going to Radhadesh for 3 months. They do some program there. I want to follow. It was kind of, you really mean it? What you gonna do there? You have a little bit different habit, like what they do there. So there is a danger of losing your friends as well, no? Isn't it? Some, they may ridicule you, like, wow, Hare Krishna, really, And how brave you need to be to say to your parents as well. It's take a time, yeah? You need to be very brave, yeah? Because, to joining some, strange cult, yeah? It's dangerous. And they, of course, the parents, they want to protect us, yeah? So they try to, kind of, and they don't know nothing about, that's, what means to be Vaishnava or Hare Krishna. That's why it's very important that we educate masses about, look, all our programs are open. There is nothing we hide. We don't do the blood sacrifices or whatever, it's just come and see what we do. It's actually forever, and it's very innocent, and it's very non-violent, for sure, And even when we're changing our habits in a much better, we're stopping intoxication and unhealthy lifestyle, they still they even worried about that, you don't drink, but at least with when family come together, please don't play your funny games. You just take your glass of whatever, What is good about that? No, it's unhealthy, and we see how many millions of people are badly affected by those substances, which is considered normal, no? But to stop that, it's a little bit strange, no? So, all devotees I see here, we are brave. So it means weakness. We follow our heart call, even we was not really sure what we're getting in. It was something in us, something in our heart that told us maybe externally it's strange and different, but it's the right thing. It's better than anything else that I did so far. So weak-hearted will be in this case I feel I need to be with these people, and they do something good, but because my parents or my friends or fear of being different make me act not following that heart voice, then maybe that could be the weak-hearted, but not soft-hearted. It's something else. Soft-hearted is to follow the gentle call of inner being, no? Or do you have any thoughts about that? Do you want to add something?
No, not really. That was very good.
Thank you for being here. And thank you for smiling. You smile. That's so beautiful. Grantaraj, Srimad Bhagavatam, Ki Jai Ho, Ekadashi Vrat, Ki Jai. Jai Ho.